Good evening. Good evening. Come on in. And my thing is saying in live video. Okay, I'm going to try to find me. But come on in. I'm sorry I may be late. I'm about to ask my daughter to come help me find myself again. Can you guys see me? Oh, there we go. There we go. Forgive me. We're trying to get this right. And I appreciate your patience. Trying to expand it. See it. Well, I'm happy to be here. As they would say, technical difficulties and all that good stuff. We're gonna move on. I don't want to hold you up. Um, Good evening, Caroline Gatson and Jolene and BFF. I'm glad y'all could see me. I was totally out at Washington, George. Happy for y'all to come on to share with me this evening. I'm happy to be here. Give a little time, being that we were a little late with some technical issues, but we're going to get it right. We're going to get it right. But I'm happy to be here on this evening, and I'm glad that you took time out of your busy schedule to come on and for Faith Shares Real Wisdom. I'm just happy for all. Glad to see Helen Brown and Charmaine Johnson. We're glad for you to be on tonight. I'm just happy. I'm just happy to be alive, and I know you are too. And making ourselves a priority. And I forgive the noise y'all hear in the background. That's my team that's making that noise back there. Mhm. But hi, Debbie. Y'all come on in. And Denise, come on in. Come on in. Y'all see they got me saying, come on in. Come on in. I'm just excited. I just want to say thank you to everyone who shared, who liked. Um, I don't know about the numbers, but everybody else was excited. So I'm excited too. That's still my team trying to get it together. Um, I'm excited. I'm just doing something that I love to do, and that's be there and help as many people out, but especially women. I have a heart for women and a heart for youth. So when it comes to women, and of course I am a woman, but I have a big love for women, and I have a heart for the youth. I love children, and I love everybody. I don't count out the men, but it's just a passion. So I'm just doing what I love, and I believe what I am called to do. So I am excited. Um, for everyone that's coming on. Tag and share. I'm going to follow instructions. Tag and share. My BFF got it. I'm going to tag and share. Oh, my big brother on. See, I told y'all I love men too. My brother Kelvin Felder is on. So I'm grateful. I just want to announce in the beginning, and I will try to remember to announce it at the end. Um, please go and like and subscribe to YouTube channel Faith Washington or um, at official Faith Shares. That's how you should be able to pull it up on YouTube. Faith Washington or official Faith Shares. So, like, yeah, like and subscribe. Boy, Kelvin, I think that's funny. Like and subscribe. Please do that. And if you want a specific topic, and I can see that it's good for everyone, you can go to you can DM or email at officialfaithshares at gmail.com with topics, questions, and then on that you can do even prayer requests. That they should be there. She's gonna put it in the chat, but that will be officialfaithshares@gmail.com. That's what any topics, questions, prayer requests, just send that to the email and I will get it and I will look it over. And as long as it's where I'm going to share, we're not going to do anything to I'm straight up, I'm real, so I'm not gonna do anything to offend. So don't come giving me something crazy because I'm not gonna do it. So I'm gonna let you know that now. If you come with something crazy, I'm not gonna do it. This is not a church event, but some of the we will say some of my credentials is I am a pastor, I am a wife, I am also I've been a pastor for 20 plus years. I've been a trained life coach, but let me put it this way: I've been a life coach 20 plus years. I've been a mentor 20 plus years, but I received my credential certification through his coach training academy, and that will be 5 years since I've had my certification as a life coach. The 5th of August. So I'm not just hopping on here and I will be an author by the end of 23, the beginning of 24, but more likely it will be the end of 23. I will be a publisher at that time. Motivational speaker, a long time. We're going to go 20 plus years with that. Hi, Nitra, Darlene, and Kimberly. Kimberly, one of my favorite glitter people, sparkling people. Mina, my long time, as we were kids, friends, sisters in the neighborhood, grew up in the same denomination and all that good stuff. I'm so glad to see you on, Mina, and all those. I will not keep calling names, but just to see people from different states, it does my heart really good. And know that I take it serious. Whatever I'm talking about, whether you listen to it on the replay, um, know that I take it serious. It's not a game. I love people. I love women. But I will say this again. This is not a church event, but I can invite you to my church, and you'll meet the same person, but then we will be biblical. Right now, I'm talking to people where they are, so I am not discriminating against anybody, any ethnicity at all. I am just here for the people and glad for you to be here. I'm going to begin to kind of review, and we're going to continue on. I just wanted to get that out of the way. The YouTube channel, um, again, you can go and subscribe and like, and that's Faith Washington or official Faith Shares. So hopefully next week we'll be on those platforms, and I will be coming from Yard Stream. So it's new to me, um, as I may be new to some of y'all, but we're going to get it done. However, I need to do it to be able to share with as many people as I can. That's what I want to do. Faith shares. So now we got that out the way, and you know a little bit about me. We're going to go back to you being a priority. You being a priority. And I want to touch on that you are too valuable. I was about to say, yeah, yeah. Hey, Yolanda, family on all the way from Delaware. I'm so glad you're here. Um, you are too valuable for broken goods. So we're going to touch on that. But I want to make sure that everybody make their self a priority. And as I said on last week, this is not just for women. When I think about being a priority, I think we all need to make ourselves a priority. We can function much better. We can be much better. We can offer more when you treat yourself the way you need to be treated. When you learn how to treat yourself, you give others permission how to treat you. If you're not a priority, let me tell you something. Another person is not going to make you what you're not. You have to know that you're a priority. You have to love yourself. We have been taught, and many of us, even on here tonight, or when you hear the replay, we have been taught to put so many things before us, so many things first, except for you. And I will say again, a lot of times, and for a lot of us, when I go back, the way they taught us, if we would have been putting ourselves first, they will call it being selfish. You are very selfish. You doing this, and I need you to do this. Why you so selfish? Why you just can't do what I want to do? That's how it came across. But I can tell you on tonight, self love must come first. You have to learn it for a lot of us because so many years have passed. We are now just learning how to love ourselves or finding out we were not loving ourselves like we should. We was putting everybody else first. Um, that's just one of the things that they made it seem like this is what you're supposed to do. Well, I'm letting you know on tonight, you must make yourself a priority. You cannot put yourself at the bottom anymore. Like, no more. Like, you must stop. You must stop. Because what happens is that sometime during your life, you'll start finding out, wow, I'm not important to this person. I'm not important to that person. But then you got to look yourself in the mirror and say, how important am I to myself? How valuable am I? Do I even realize my self worth? Do I even know that I'm valuable? Do I even know that I am premium? Do I recognize it? Because I've been waiting for so many others to tell me about why I was doing things for them. No, no, no. You need to look and know. You need to ask yourself, how do I want to be treated? Or you need to find out, you need to do an observation of how valuable am I? Because I need you to understand you are very valuable, very valuable. A lot of us have went through pain and hurt because we didn't know our self-worth. I'm telling you on tonight, you are worth so much more than you have been treated. You are, I don't care if you are a man, woman, or whatever, you are worth so much more. Do you know a lot of us went through pain because we allowed it? We allowed it because I didn't know my self worth. I always seem to end up with broken and damaged goods. What would you do? I'm just going to use a simple example. because most of us have ordered something from Amazon. But if you purchase something from Amazon, when you get your package, you look for everything to be on point, intact, nothing, no damage whatsoever. Well, a lot of times, if you pick up the box and you know what you ordered and you hear something rattling, you usually know what's broken before you open the box. You know that, okay, this thing is damaged because it don't sound right. We shake the box, especially when we know it's supposed to be fragile, because some things have fragile on the box and not treated fragile. They just throw it in there because guess what? It's not theirs. They're just going to deliver it. So they're not paying attention to that sticker. It's just a sticker. But when you get it and you get the box and you shake it and he's like, okay, something don't sound right. This thing sounds like it's broken. The first thing we do is open it, and we already got an attitude because I now ordered this and it sounds like it's broke, and I now waited on this because I didn't feel like having Prime. So I had to wait a couple of days, and even if you have Prime, they're making you wait longer. And when you open it, you see that it's damaged goods. You're not going to sit there and say, let me glue this together. Let me put this back together. I'm not sending this back. I'm going to go ahead and glue this because I needed this and I want this now. No, no, no. That's not what you're going to do. First of all, some of us going to have an attitude and call them and let them know. We ain't got time to go online. Some of us gonna go online and let them know my goods was damaged and all of this. And at the end of the day, in the beginning of the morning, the first thing their response is gonna be, well, please send it back and we'll send you another. We'll send you another one. Now that's what we would do with something in a box, something we ordered, something we were looking for, we wanted, we spent our money because we needed this thing and we found out that it was damaged. We don't want no damaged goods. Now think about that for your life. Why are you so willing to always settle for damaged goods? And you're trying to salvage something that's broken. Come on. I got to throw my head to the side right there. You're just trying to salvage something that is broken. Do you know your value? Because let me tell you something. There's something about brokenness. It needs to be healed. In any language you want to put it, it needs to be healed. It needs to be put back together. Just like when I finish talking to Amazon, they're gonna tell me to send it back, and I'm gonna take it. Let them send it back to send me the right thing. Sometimes you want to take things thinking you can fix it, and baby, you still got to be fixed. You still got to know your self worth. Because when you know your self worth, you won't keep trying to get a project. You won't keep trying to put and salvage broken goods. And we always got a good excuse. Well, if I do this and you got a whole crew of cheerleaders on the side, girl, go ahead. Man, hey, ain't nothing you can't fix. I want something that's already put together. I'm not trying to get no epoxy, no glue, regular glue. None of that. Epoxy is much stronger than regular glue. Gorilla glue and all this kind of stuff. I'm not trying to do that. That's when you don't know your self worth. We're always so willing to take damaged goods. Damaged goods. I'm not taking on damaged goods because now I know better. Well, and see, I told y'all I have a good husband now, and guess what? I can speak from both sides because see, when he got me, I was damaged and he was damaged. Oh, y'all, I'm gonna tell the truth on here because I'm not that person that try to make you think, hey, everything was lovely and this and that. 31 years, it was some work, but we both were messed up. But it got to the place I'm like, baby, you got to heal, and I'm because I started loving myself, and I was gonna need him to love himself because I don't need nothing broken. I do not have time to be trying to fix you when I'm trying to make sure I stay fixed. When I'm finding out my value, because you can put yourself out there and people, not just a significant other, not just your partner or whoever, um, you can put yourself out there where people don't know your value and they treat you like you worthless. But when you know your self worth, you don't accept that. Because what you're not going to do is act like I'm not premium goods, baby. That's what you're not going to do. And that goes across the board. That's marriage, workplace, friendship, family, all the way across the board. Because I'm not going to treat you that way. You have to know your self worth. So many of us have to stop trying to salvage damaged goods. And a lot of us on here, or a lot of us that's going to hear the replay, y'all can relate right away. Right then. Like, how many times have I took on a project? How many times have I did it? Instead of making sure I'm straight, because see, when you make yourself a priority and you know your value and your worth, your self worth, your self worth, when you know that, let me tell you something. At no time will you walk around head down, will you walk around and I'm running because you disrespected me. Uh, Shamika is not about to let me just come and go up and down her any kind of way because she know who she is. Because this is the thing I can tell any of you. You're not about to do that to me, and I wouldn't do it to you. How do I know I can't do it to you? If you know your value, honey, I don't mind just shutting you down. It's a, you might be having a bad day, but honey, it's not going to be with me. You continue on. In past relationships, we're not going to do this. I recognize that because let me tell you, you can recognize when something is not quite right and you want to take on that project. That's not a good idea. It's not a good idea, especially when you've seen this before. And one of the things I will tell my ladies, my spiritual daughters, this is strictly, well, it can go for a man too. The other person will see the potential in you and turn around and become your distraction or the thing that destroy you. I see all the potential because I'm looking at Shamika and I see all the potential. I see what kind of person she is. Exactly, red flag. I see what kind of person she is, and I'm getting her attention. I see all this potential. So then I call myself trying to groom her to get her to the place where she just falls for me. And Shamika not knowing her value, she starts turn around and start looking at, and that same person becomes a distraction. That same person becomes the thing that takes her away from her assignment. Her first assignment is herself. My first assignment is me. Your first assignment is you. If you keep attracting the same type of person, it's you. Let me tell you something. You need to know. I need you to look at yourself and say, when it's just me, how do I feel? How do I feel? This is how we mess up. But when it's just me, when I'm alone in my house, how do I feel about being with me? Am I loving me? Do I, how do I really feel? Do I know I'm valuable? Do I know I am premium? Everybody need to ask themselves that question. I kind of got right there because listen, that, that kind of stuck with me because I hate to see women walking around trying to be so much for somebody that's not really paying them no attention, but they'll try to give you a little because you done told them everything you looking for. How about you carry yourself in a way till they got to see why you deserve to be treated like a queen? Because you're not a queen when he come along. You got to be a queen before you meet a king. I just need you to understand that. You that queen, whether you by yourself, waiting on a king, but you ain't hunting down no king now. Because now they come by the dozen and they ain't even real. Why? Because when you get with the latest, everybody's coming across as the same thing. Everybody's a king, everybody's a queen. Baby, take your rightful place as a queen. Take your rightful place as a king. Don't get caught up in the hype where that's my king. Damage, damage. Stop going for damaged goods. And they turn around and look like or you buy something cheap and think you got something valuable. And after a while, let me tell you, the cheapness gonna show up. It ain't gonna last long. It's just like getting you think you getting a great fabric because you ain't read the tag, and you decide to put it in the wash machine in the dryer, and then I shrunk three different sizes down because it wasn't quality. Because you got to take care of things that has great quality. You can't treat it the same way as you do a $5 dress when it's great quality. You got to know you need to be premium quality, and you are. But I need you to get there. You don't need to put your life on hold for someone who's playing with your mind, with someone who's playing with your life. Well, how they playing? Hey, you gave them the power. You gave them the power when you still trying to figure you out. You must be a priority. You have to be top priority. Stop putting yourself at the bottom and everybody else at the top. That's not how it goes. If you're not first, let me tell you something. If you're not first in your life, you won't be first in nobody else's. Why? Because you won't even know how to accept it. So you can have that king or that queen that comes your way, but because you don't know who you are, you're just willing to put up with it. As I said on last week, when they tell you piece of man is better than no man, that's a whole lie. When they tell you, piece of woman is better than no woman, that's a lie. Because that can be the death of you. That same piece that don't have nothing to bring it together to be whole can be your death. And I said on last week, and I'll say again, because stress is a killer. You don't need nothing running up your blood pressure. You don't need nothing giving you headaches. You need to get yourself together. You need to put yourself first. And I don't care if somebody say, well, boy, she really love herself. Yes, I do. Yes, you do. Say, I didn't know what I was missing out on because I had everybody else first. It's the same thing. And when you're there, you'll find even the family functions differently. If I put myself first, I'm teaching um, those around me, put yourself first. Now I'm gonna tell the ones that know. I'm not sitting up here making up something and I didn't come up with this and be like, no, I tell them that all the time. I tell single ladies, enjoy your life. And the reason why I can tell them, because I got married at the age of 19 because I didn't listen. I wanted attention. I wanted somebody to love me. That which I thought was love. I wanted to do all that. So the majority of my life, I was attached by papers or something. So I didn't get to enjoy a single life and live life. I didn't have time to find myself. I didn't have time to know me because I didn't listen. You know, y'all know how it is. Some of y'all know. I just want somebody to love me, and I'm gonna be there. I just want me a good husband, a happy family. Some people got married because they had a baby. Baby, that is no reason to get married. That's why this ain't a church event, because I'm just going to talk to where people are. That is no reason to get married, because you can make them kids' life miserable. Miserable. Because you didn't know yourself and you got left and stuck with a baby. Ready to find out who you are, love you so you can love that child, right? So you can show that child what real love is. And then some of us, when we got married, it still takes a lot of work. But I couldn't work with my husband if he going all the way left and I'm trying to go right. That don't happen. No, that wouldn't have worked. Because one thing I learned, don't stay in something just to stay in it. When I start loving me, I, I, I love, I love my life. I love me. Like I said, I'm not sitting in the mirror trying to find all the 10 things about me that I don't like, or somebody says is wrong, or your lips too big, or your nose, and girl, you know you got freckles. Yeah, I know I have freckles. There was a time I used to be ashamed of having freckles and ashamed of having red hair because everybody would tease me and laugh. Now everybody dyeing and getting every kind of color they can. Why? Because when you don't know your value, you don't know yourself, you'll start going by how people treat you and what they say about you. I need y'all to understand, forget them, because the people that's doing all the talking uh, got a whole lot of problems. That's why they can find time to talk about you, because their life ain't together. They don't have, as I would say, they don't have no life. Because if I'm the only topic in the house, well, thank you. I know I must be doing something right because you don't even know who you are. So you trying to find fault in me. Stop letting people tell you who you are when you know who you are. Let me tell you something. I'll tell somebody when people say they got your back, hmm a lot of them they'll stab you. I always say I don't do ride or die. I do ride and live. So I have some people in my life that's ride and live. Ain't no ride and die. My husband, ride and live. My best friend, ride and live. The people at my ministry, we ride and live. That's what we do. Ain't no ride and die. Cause I tell you now, people will stab you straight in your chest. They don't go for your back no more. They go straight in your chest. No, you do you. And I keep telling you, and I'm going to say this again, it's not about material things. That don't hurt when it's time, but it's not about material things. It's about you really loving you, you really spending time with you, looking in the mirror, saying, I am beautiful, I am wonderful, I am the apple of my creator. Eyes. In my case, God, eyes. Yeah, he knew what he was doing when he made me. He knew what he was doing when he made you. Understand that. He knew exactly. Do not be caught up in what other people are saying. Because what will happen, a lot of people see your worth. A lot of people see your value. And I mean, let me take it here. Ladies, a lot of men see it in you. But they know, hey, I'm gonna make her think she can't do without me. I had to stop myself from saying so. Y'all better, yeah. And it's nothing worse than somebody trying to when they're the ones that make you feel miserable, when they're the ones that's not doing right and you trying to give your best and they turn it on you. Nothing worse. than somebody trying to turn something on me and it has nothing to do with me. Because I know who I am. You got to know who you are. If you bring it, you're going to bring it right. So you got to finally say, I cut all this off. Yeah, I made mistakes for the last 10 or 15 years of my life, but not no more. We start now. Because this old big red woman came on named Faith Washington talking about Faith shares real wisdom. Oh, yeah, I'm going to share it because I want you to live these days that you have left. You want to enjoy your life, but enjoy your life for real. Not just say, I'm going out to eat me some premium steak. Baby, I'm premium. Whether it's a hot dog or a hamburger, it does not change my value because I know who I am. So I'm not caught up in this stuff. You can't tell me you taking me to State 48 or wherever you want to take me. Take me on the rooftop. That doesn't show you value me. That just show that you willing to pay a little extra to get what you want. Hmm. That's all that is. Don't y'all be all impressed with that. There's some of them willing to pay a little more. I said what I said, and you going around bragging. Well, he did this and he did. Well, you could have do that. Come on. And you getting caught up. And your whole day conversation is about that person. What about you? See, if it's all about them, you sidetracked. What are your goals? What do you really want in life? If nobody came to lie to you, what do you want? Well, Faith, are you saying everybody comment they lie? No, that's not what I'm saying. But it's easier to believe a lie when you don't know your worth. Because whatever they say, you going for it. That's what I'm saying. Been there, done that. Every little thing. And then you can't stop telling, we cannot stop telling our friends what they said, well, he gonna take me here, and then they now up the game and take you on a little trip on somebody else's card. And you talking about all this they have. Be mindful. You don't want to be a shared woman or a paid for woman, a kept woman. I'm sorry. And y'all thinking that it's all that is cute. No, it's not. When you know who you are, you know your value. You stop taking all these damaged goods because some things are damaged and you don't see it. How many of us already take a cup or a glass, for example, or let's just do a plate. The plate looks fine when you see it. Take it out of the cabinet. When you put it in the cabinet, it was fine. Take it out of the cabinet. Um, you're fixing your plate, and all of a sudden you see a chip. And the first thing we say, how did chip get here? Who broke this plate? Or when did this plate break? I don't remember this plate breaking. And then some of me like trying to find, well, where that piece at? But we're not gonna glue it together. Not those of us that have good sense. We're not about to glue that plate back together and then try to eat out of it. That plate's gotta go. Why? Because it's damaged. Unless you get creative like a lot of us would. If you grow in plants or something, you put on the bottom, the whole pot, so when the water's going. But that's some use you took for them damaged goods. Oh, y'all know we'll recreate something in a minute. But as far as me eating off it, no, because it's damaged. So I don't want to eat off that anymore. So when those red flags come up, why you still trying to take on a project and trying to fix somebody that don't want to be fixed? You can't fix a person that don't want to be fixed. Fix you. When you know you're right and you're fixed, come on, start living like you love you. And then you'll start attracting someone who really will love you without you having to go down the list and tell them. Instead of you telling them, you'll start seeing the difference. You'll start seeing, oh, hmm, that's 1 point there, that's 2 points, but you didn't tell them anything because oh, you will attract. You're gonna attract who you are. But when you just taking all this stuff, mm-mm. I'm not going for damage good. Attract who you are. Start saying great things about yourself. Start doing what we call affirmation. Even in my meditation, the things that you want, start doing those. Start telling yourself, girl, I love you. Rolita have to say, Rolita, I love you. Don't nobody have to tell me, I love me. I love me some me. You know, a lot of people say that because that became a cliche. I love me some me. Do you really? Because you know what? You can say it, but it's going to eventually show. You will put more time into somebody else than you do yourself. That's not how it's supposed to work. When I put in the work for me, it is not hard at all for me to love my husband, to love my kids. Because guess what? When you are really happy with you, it's not an issue, it's not a problem. And I attract it back. Because I tell you what, like I could tell my kids, oh, you acting ungrateful? I'ma still love them, but guess what? I'ma wait till they start showing that they grateful. Mm-hmm. It's some lessons they got to learn early on. If you ungrateful, if I buy you, say $100 shoe, and you got that shoe thrown across the room, ain't no value to you. First of all, ain't much value because you didn't buy it. That's another thing you need to learn. You're putting more time in, all your best, because some of us we have this thing. I promise you, we if there's anything such thing as go overboard, that could have been my first name. I don't care whether you in my house, out of my house. I know I'm not the only ones to always be like this. I just love to see people happy. I just love to see people happy. I said this for years. I just love to see people happy. It makes me happy to see people happy, but yet I'm hurting on the inside. But it makes me happy to see other people happy, but yet I'm covering all my pain. It makes me happy to see other people happy, but I put on a fake smile all day. It makes me happy to see other people happy because I have learned to live with the pain, but yet not knowing my value. I think the pain becomes, I become immune to the pain. And that's what's been happening to so many women and some men. Because I tell you in a minute, I am not biased. I know a lot of great men. So nobody's going to say she's bashing men. No, I don't do that. What I got to say, I'm going to say. I love good men though. Yes, I do. I'm our conversation is going to be short about trash, and I'm going to tell you that right now. It's going to be short. I know too many good men, and they love their whether it's their wife or their significant other, or is it they want them to become wife. Because what I'm not going to do is spend all my life waiting on somebody who say they love me. Neither, either. I ain't doing that. You don't need to be doing that unless you just hey, just you don't value your time either. Because see, this is the thing. If they really love you, you ain't got to beg for no attention. You really don't. You ain't got to be sitting there crying. He won't call me. He won't this and he won't that. Well, move on. Move on. Send it back. Damaged goods. Send it back. Do like someone. No, I don't want to. I don't want. I just give me back my money. I don't want to reorder because the next one might be broke. I'll just go to such and such place and buy it. Y'all know how ladies will do. Send it back. Why you keep trying to repair, salvage broken goods? And let me tell y'all, I'm gonna give y'all this one free. Ain't gonna cost you nothing. You know how they always told us. So I have to go back because y'all know I'm gonna say that because I know most of y'all are real young. But you know how they always told us. If he treat his mama good, he'll treat you good. That is not the case for all people or all men. I'm gonna tell you right now, that is not the case for all women. Let me tell you, every man that treat his mama good don't is not gonna treat you good. Because when you become a competition with the mama, there's a problem. There's an issue. You ain't gonna marry me and I'm gonna compete against your mom. That's what we not gonna do. Now, see, that's a favorite cover now. We not gonna do that. So I'm throwing that in there for you ladies. If you gotta compete against the mama and y'all can't have a conversation with the side going back to what my mama said, huh? Run, run. Same thing with the man. If that woman gotta keep saying, well, my daddy said, you can't compete with the daddy because see, with me, the faith that I know, I'm gonna let you know. Mama ain't doing what I'm doing. So what we ain't gonna do is put mama the head of this one, of this house. Okay, I just threw that in for y'all free. Okay. So, a lot of you be like, well, if he treat his mama, honey, if mama got more control and we not got married, it ain't not working like that. We gonna love mama. And I mean have respect, cause like I'm glad my sons love me too. But I have a older son. He'll tell you I never got any of his what's personal business because you ain't gonna be calling my name and I don't know what you doing. And that's just straight up me keeping it real. Me keeping it real. And I will always do that. But I'm trying to let y'all know, make sure you are first. I don't want to go over hours. I see that I just looked at the time. I'm already at 47 minutes, but I don't want to go over an hour, and sometime it'll be shorter. But I will be coming on weekly. It will be the same time, but we will be going live. I think it's from Yard Stream, but it still be Facebook, YouTube. I believe I have to ask my daughter who's helping me out, and I'm grateful. And my niece, the whole team I got, unpaid team, ain't that so? And StreamYard. I'll figure as I find out, I'll let y'all know. But make yourself a priority, and y'all stop taking on these projects. Stop getting these damaged goods, thinking you can fix it. Mm-mm. Let the work be done before they get to you. Stop letting people see. This one, I'm gonna go in relationship. Stop letting your significant other or the significant you think about to be the one. Stop letting them see all the great potential in you, and then you become distracted. It's such thing as you can still enjoy life and keep yourself first. Because promises is just a promise until it's done. Somebody can promise you the world, and they can't even give you the town. You need to know. I mean, they promise you the world, can't even give you the town. Know that. There's a difference. There's a big difference. When you know how that you're premium, I need all of y'all to be premium. That means you ain't settling for any old thing. Premium, that's the top, baby, top of the line. That's who you are. That's who I am. You have to know that. Know who you are. Enjoy being you. Okay, we want everybody. You want this one? No, no. I need you to really enjoy being you. No fake smiles. No. Let let yourself heal from the last 5 relationships. Come on, y'all. Don't. You're worth so much more than you have been letting yourself be. Spend time on becoming. Spend time on becoming the best you. Spend time on becoming the things you dreamed about. Spend time on letting your dreams, your goals come to tuition. One of the things you don't want to do, spend more time on somebody else's dream than yours. What about your dreams? What about yours? We are so quick to make others' dreams come easily happen. We're behind them 200%. We're doing this and we're doing that. What about you? Do you do you think your dream still is too late? No, it's not. I know it's not. It's not too late for me. I'm 59 years old. There's others that's older than me. And I used to think, stop wasting your time and wasting your day just laying there. There comes a time when you have to get up and make the dream work that dream. You can't stay asleep and the dream happens. When you finish dreaming, get up, move towards it. Don't depend on somebody else to come in and give you what you've been looking for the whole time. You will attract who you are. Love on you. You'll attract love. Treat yourself like you're premium and you'll attract premium. Don't walk around, this is an old word, like a cheap floozy. Then you're going to attract a cheap skeezer. Those words y'all probably don't know, but ask an old person, they'll tell you. But you'll start attracting who you are. Stop crying over them damaged goods that you not sent back. Some you sent back and some you just threw in the trash. You ain't even waste gas going to send it back and move on. If you find yourself stressed out, that stress thing it gets me because I'm telling you, stress will manifest different diseases in your body. Stress is a killer. And I'm going to keep reminding you of that. Stress will take you out. Literally. You are too wonderful, too beautiful, too valuable to let damaged goods take you out. Throw it away or send it back. Whichever one you want to do, throw it away or send it back. But know your worth. You are valuable. You are premium. And if nobody else cares, remember this: faith cares. Faith shares. Faith shares real wisdom. I will be always be transparent. I will share some things with you. I don't. Some of the roads I went down, I wouldn't want you to go down. And then if some of us have went down them together, you will find out you are not alone. You are not alone. But honey, once you learn how and you start loving yourself and you put yourself on the top, and I'm talking about on the top, not on the top of some joker, but on the top, yeah, you are going to enjoy life in a whole different light. In a whole different light. You're valuable. You're too valuable for damaged goods. Make yourself a priority. Faith shares real wisdom. Appreciate every last one of you. All of you that came on live, all of those who watched the replay, know that it comes from my heart. This is something I have been doing for years, but just want to expand it and just share it with everyone. And it's also another way I'm excited because I get to see some of my people, whether it's Connecticut, Delaware, California, different places, whether relatives or friends, but know that I love you from a real place. Some of you, we did have a funny situation, but know this. I told someone to let a person know Of course, I'm not going to know the majority of the people who watch. I wouldn't even go back and look if I could. But just know that some of us pray for an answer, some of us wanted an answer, and just know this: I believe in God. You believe in whoever you believe in, but whoever you believe in, sending you an answer. But me, I believe in God, and He will send you an answer, and He's sending it, and it's all to make your life better. We're not coming up here with no drama, no foolishness, none of that. And if I even as we go on, if I see somebody like that or somebody that's helping me see it, we're gonna shut them down because what we don't do is drama. Faith Washington don't do drama. Now I do love, I do caring for people and all that good stuff, but drama we not doing. That's not me. That's not my character. So again, I and those who are living their best life, continue loving yourself. Continue to enjoy what you attracted. But if you attracted damaged good, trash it. That's what I said. Trash it or send it back. Whichever one that you can do faster, whichever one take the least amount of your time, that's what you do. Again, uh, let me say, I think she put it in. You can turn on your notifications once you like and subscribe to YouTube channel. It is Faith Washington or at official Faith Shares. That's how you get to it. Y'all know I ain't been there yet, but I'm letting you know so you can go there. Uh, um, like and you can turn on your notifications so when we go live, but for now it will be Fridays at 7, but you can turn on your notifications, and then if you have topics that you want me to talk about, I will look over them, and if they're not crazy we'll talk about it. That's what we gonna do. And you can do that, you can DM or I prefer you to email at official faith shares. It's officialfaithshares@gmail.com. And that's with topics, correct questions, prayer requests, etc. Um, Make sure you be respectful and stay in your lane because I won't get disrespectful, but I will shut you down. That's just that's just how it is because that's the way we're gonna do it. So again, I hope I said something to help somebody. Share again. I really have a passion right now for the younger girls, and especially our girls that's in college, graduating from college, in high school. Share with them. We don't even want them to go down that road. And I'm telling you, these, I'm trying to watch my words on that one. But some of these fellows, they see the potential, especially in these very smart and pretty and educated young ladies, and messing up their lives because they're thinking that he's showing me attention, he loves me, and they're changing everything. And I don't want that. I don't want to see these young girls getting caught out here on drugs, trying to please some boy, because a real man ain't gonna do all that. So to me, it's gonna be a boy. So I don't want them giving their life away because somebody know how to rub. Tell them, baby, that rubber is not gonna do a whole lot of things. After them couple of seconds, you can be messed up. So I want to see them go on. Talk to these young girls. I'll talk straight. Sometimes it's gonna come to a private group because you know a lot of people. That's why I don't. I'm not making this a church event. Like I said, I'll invite you to church, and then I'm gonna go ahead and read from the word and stuff. But this is not a church event. This is for everybody because I don't want nobody getting deep on here because you can't get no deeper than I am with Christ. So don't play with me. So this is for everybody, and I want to share with everybody because everybody. I'm not trying to force no religion or nothing else down there. And you know, if that's the way you do it, that's the way you do it. I want to let people know that I care, especially our young ladies. I do not want to see them messed up and they get with all this damaged goods, all of the damaged goods. They're always coming behind the real deal. So let's like and share. Please go and subscribe on the YouTube channel, and I will see you next. Okay. And I was told you could turn the notification on our Facebook also. So like and share. And I apologize for being about 3 or 4 minutes late tonight. I do want to start on time and let y'all go on about your night because I do not take it for granted for those of you that literally come on live. I appreciate you and thank you so much. Y'all have a blessed night and a great weekend. Remember, don't go for them damaged goods and know that you're premium and you are valuable. Love yourself and so you can attract what you give off. Good night.